Hi everyone, it's Annette here from Sweet Pea, and today I'm joined by Deanna.
Hello.
We're going to be going through some of our essentials collection range here today, which is part of our Black Friday sale.
Yes.
That started. So do you want to go into some details about the Black Friday sale, Deanna?
Yes.
Or should we actually no. We'll wait for some more people.
We'll wait for some more people, but
we've been told we should wait. So we'll say some hellos to some people.
Yes, we'll say hellos, but we just had a bit of technical difficulties while we were setting up. We didn't have the speaker wasn't working, so I hope everyone can hear us okay. We'll just, as Annette said, we'll just wait for some more people to join. But hello, Suzanne from Oregon.
Erin's joined in today. She's at home on maternity leave. Hi, Louise from Scotland, Vermont. Hi, Joyce over in the UK. Good to see you. See your name anyway.
What's
lots
the
of people
in the
joining?
UK? Is it like 10 p.m. in the UK?
Cheryl Caskey from Sheffield. Hi, Cheryl. How are you over in the UK? I think it must be.
Oh, Joyce Howarth.
Yeah.
Hello, Joyce. Hello, Patricia.
Lots of people joining.
Katie says she can hear us. That's good.
That's good.
Very good.
We're making sure everyone can hear us today. We've got this whopping great big microphone in front of us.
Yes, we don't usually use this one, but it seems to be working.
I feel like we're in a radio station, Deanna, with this great big thing in front of us.
And while we're waiting to start, so Alison and James are actually on their way back from America as we speak. I think they're in Canada at the moment, and they'll be flying back to Australia today. They just finished at the Houston market. They did the Houston market, the Houston show, and the Novi show in Michigan. And Alison told us that they were both amazing shows, and she didn't expect that we would have such a big turnout in Novi. So hopefully if you missed out on anything at the Novi show, we can tell you about some of the good deals we have for the Black Friday sale. But I think we can probably get into that now, the Black Friday sale.
Yeah, sure. Yes. So it started yesterday, didn't it,
Yeah,
Deanna?
It started yesterday, and it'll go for the rest of the month. So the sale we have on at the moment is on all of the physical items on our website. So everything will be on sale from yesterday until the end of the month. So we can start going through some of the products that we have, and as well as some exciting new products that we have adding to our range, which will hopefully be a part of the sale, but if not, they'll be coming to you soon.
But before we get into that too, Deanna, if you've got any questions at home, just drop them into the comments, and we've got all our staff here at Sweet Pea HQ answering. So it could be Holly or Cassie or Katie or Silvana. So any questions you've got, just either if you're on YouTube or Facebook, we've got people everywhere watching. So many people. Okay, Deanna, so where are we going to start? What do you think?
So we can start with exactly what's on the table.
That's a good idea.
We'll start with this one, actually, because this is a product that we use. This is our, I'm not going to move it too much because it's very noisy, but this is our silicone ironing and pinning mat. We use this every single day at work. Either for the girls will have this sitting on their tables at their sewing station so they can be ironing and pressing as they're going along. And then they also use this product for pinning our blocks together. It's really easy to have something a bit thicker and soft to pin into rather than just doing it on a table or in the air. This product hasn't been available for a while in the US, and it is a brand new product to the UK. So this is available to all of our customers at the moment. And we love it.
It's really good. It is really good for pinning.
It is 50 by 50 centimeters or 19.5 by 19.5 inches.
I know when I did blocks, I used to pin them together on top of an ironing board, like because you've got the thickness, but this is really good. It's multifunctional, so that it's a really good thing to be able to multitask when you're at your sewing machine or embroidery machine. You can, with a little iron, be ironing with them.
And if you go to sewing retreats or embroidery retreats, it's great to have this because then you can just have it and you can roll it up with you so it doesn't take up too much space.
So I'll get rid of that. That's called the Sweet Pea Essentials Silicone Ironing Pinning Mat. Let's put that under here.
That. And then we have, of course, we've always had our rulers. So we do have the rulers which are available as a set or they're available individually. This is another item that we think is essential, and we use it every single day to cut up batting, to cut up fabric, stabilizer sometimes. And we also, it doesn't come with this unless you buy the set, but this is available separately as well. So it's really handy for sticking into the middle of your ruler. And you can also use it on this ruler here, which is our long Quilt Essential ruler. This ruler is 6 by 24 inches and it's all lined. It's got the angles on there as well, so you can easily see what you're doing.
Can I just show everybody how to use this? It's a suction grip, so it's actually a glass grip, so it can actually lift quite a big weight. So when you first put it down, you separate the handle, and when you bring it back up again, that initiates the suction and you can lift it. So it's really good then when if you've got a rotary cutter, it keeps your hands way out of the way of the cutter. So then if you're doing a whole lot of blocks, you can cut around a whole lot of batting at the same time and get yourself a big supply of it. To release the suction, you use your fingernail just underneath at the same time and it comes off easily. So that's essential, I think.
Very handy.
So that's our rulers. So they come in all the different hoop sizes that we have. You can buy them separately, as Deanna said, or as a set.
Let's have a look at the, Pat Dunn, she loves the rulers. That's good to know. Glad you get a lot of use out of them. So
Everything, all of our essentials, we actually call them the essential range because they are essential to what we do. We use them, everything we use every single day in the workshop. One of the things that we love is our faux leathers, Deanna. So we've got them all here. We've got some samples to show everybody.
So we have 32 colors in our faux leather range. So these are we use this for bags, we use them for table runners, pieces of applique. I know that people have come up to us at shows and they said that they've used them in scanning cut, any type of scanning cut machine, a manual die cut like an AccuQuilter, they use it in there as well. We've tried it and tested it with some SVG files and it works in, I think, a Cricut or a Juliet. I think that's what it's, a sizer. So we have a lot of different styles. We have different textures. So there's some that are called flat grain, smooth grain, and there's others that have a texture like this reptile one. And exciting, we are getting 9 new colors in our range. So I'm hoping that unfortunately, I don't think they'll arrive before the end of the sale, but if they do, they will be on sale. But there'll be some more metallics, there'll be some more neutral colors, some more glitters. So that is very exciting because we love to use these in everything. They're so soft, they're easy to cut. You don't need a special... You don't need to have a special needle for these. We just use a normal embroidery needle, 7/511. And if your machine struggles, then we go to a denim or a leather needle. But usually we just find our normal needle is fine.
Mm-hmm. And we sell it in a roll. It comes like this. And we've unrolled. This is how big it would be. It's a very sizable piece. You'll be able to get at least one big sort of tote bag out of that. Just depends on how much you use. You could use it for a base, for handles. We've got some more colours down here, reds, pinks, this beautiful metallic rose gold.
Yeah, so this is the one that we're getting in other colours because this is probably our most popular faux leather that we have. It's very thin, so it's easy to use. It doesn't have a stretch to it. So we've got this in rose gold currently, and we're also getting it in a black, a silver, a gold, and pink, like a watermelony purpley pink. So they will be coming.
Sound beautiful, Deanna.
And hopefully we see what you use with them.
So have we got any more questions? Oh, yes, more colours. Yeah, Jenny Pink, we've got lots more colours. Beautiful. Jenny Cora says rose gold's her favourite. Yeah, I love rose gold.
The rose gold actually goes the best with the floral doodle cork, which I know we may have sold out in some other places, but we've just received a delivery to all of our locations. So we have our warehouse here in Brisbane, which we send out to Australia, New Zealand, and we do send out to South Africa as well. We also have a warehouse in the States, so we send out to anyone in the United States and Canada. And then this year, you probably know this, but we opened a warehouse in the UK. So they service the UK and Europe. So that's very exciting.
So with that, Deanna, there's different stock levels at
Yes.
the different warehouses. So when you log into the website, just
so
depends on what's
if
available
you're in
at
the
time.
UK, you might have noticed that things that sometimes we don't have everything that we have on the US or the Australian websites, but we are working to build that up as we go along. So the new faux leathers that I've spoken about, they're all coming to the UK, so they'll all be available to you. The cork, we spoke about the cork. So the cork, there's all the restocks of cork have now happened in the UK as well. So I think there's two new styles that everyone will have access to. That's there's one called natural. So it's a finer cork. So these corks that we have here, we have different thicknesses. So a lot of our corks are quite fine, which is good for applique. You can use it for bags as well. So the two new styles that we're getting, one is very similar to this pattern. It's called Gilding Iridescent. It will be available. If it's not available to you today, it will be by the end of the day. And so it's the same pattern, and it's kind of like a bubbly iridescent color, so rainbowy style. And then the next new style that we have is just called Natural. So if you've ever used our cork leather and you've tried the Cohiba or the Silver Natural, the Gold Natural, it's a similar pattern to that, but it's a different thickness. So it looks like the Cohiba or the Silver, the Gold, but without the colors in it. And then it's just a finer one like that. So if you have projects where you just want neutral tones, and that would be perfect for that one as well.
But it's so flexible, Deanna. You can you remember when you were little making fans and things out of paper?
Oh yes.
It's just so flexible. You can just grab it and does that. So it's really, really good to work with.
That's how Mum decorates the stand sometimes, with fans of cork or PU, which is nice.
Going back to my childhood. But again, we've got a big range of the different corks. So printed, some are brightly coloured printed, some are a bit more subtle. There's golds, there's some monochromatic type ones, there's a leopard, all gorgeous colours. So have we got any more questions, Deanna? Everyone likes the colours?
Love the rose gold. Yes, there is. It's beautiful. So hopefully you'll love the other colors that are coming out that are the same texture and pattern as that. I think they're very nice. So speaking of how you decorate shows, all of our shows for the year are now finished, which
thank goodness
we love the shows obviously, but it's very busy, and it's a lot of work that goes into it, from not just the people that go there, but the people that set up the sales, the website side of things, who organize to go to the shows. So it's a big job for everyone, but we love doing it. So we finished the last Australian show back in October, and it was great. So we have a bit of a break in Australia now until I think it's February or even March maybe is our next show. So that show is actually one that we'll be doing in Brisbane. It's another Brisbane craft show. So that will be, we'll put all these details up on the website because we haven't finalized everything yet. So the Brisbane one is the first one that we're doing, and it'll be at the Brisbane Showgrounds. And then I know Alison and Annette are also doing some more shows overseas next year. So once we have all those details finalized, you'll be able to find them on the website. They're on the website now. So if you're interested, just log on to whatever website is available to you, the .com or the .com.au, and you'll be able to see which one you can go to. But so we finished all of our shows, but we have one last event in Brisbane, which is it's kind of like a Sweet Pea Christmas open day. So we do have tickets available for that. There's a morning session, which is unfortunately sold out. And then there's an afternoon session, which goes from 1 till 3 p.m. So if you're around in Brisbane, or you're traveling and you're in Brisbane at that time, I think it's on the
8th of December.
The 8th of December.
Which is a Friday. So we're selling the tickets online. It's just a $5 ticket, which we donate to our Salvation Army Christmas Appeal.
Yes.
and there'll be afternoon tea or morning tea, and it'll be a good chance to meet all the staff, see some demonstrations, look at the products close up. So yes, if you're local or visiting, jump online and you can get a ticket still. There's a few left for the afternoon session. So Deanna, we've talked about our faux leathers and our cork fabrics. Maybe we should move into mesh and the other fabrics that we have.
Okay, so I'll try and get down the
there's some
mesh
samples
already.
there. Yeah, I was trying to say.
I won't try and take down the mesh from the wall, or I'll pull everything down. So we have got a range of mesh that we love. So I'm going to put the orange away because we don't have that at the moment, and I'm not sure when we will, but we have 6 other beautiful colors. So we have purple, we have a very bright lime, white, blue, pink. This is actually called hot pants pink.
Hot pants pink.
And then a black mesh as well. So these are all available individually.
I'm trying to hide the orange.
Or they're available in a 6-pack. So if you buy a pack of them, there's quite a good deal on them. You end up getting, I think it's 1 or 2 packs for free in the deal.
It's beautiful and soft,
and it doesn't stretch. So if you use it in a bag that has pockets, like for a pocket for a water bottle, if you bind it, then it's going to hold its place and it's not going to stretch out if you put a big water bottle in there. We've also used it for things like these little scrubby pads for washing dishes. So there's just a piece of towel on the back, and then there's fabric in the middle, batting, and then the mesh. I think there's 2 layers of mesh over the top. So that's one of the designs.
Nice and recyclable and reusable.
Yeah,
items,
you can
so
reuse them and rewash them as you go. We've used them in organizers as well, so it's like a very versatile fabric to use. Could make, I don't know, I've never seen anyone make clothes out of it, but I'm sure you could.
Being a teenager in the 80s, Deanna, I used to have an orange singlet top made out of this that I'd wear over a little t-shirt.
Interesting.
Many other people watching would remember that. I'm sure you do.
So that's the mesh.
They come just in a little packet. They're all the colours are up there behind Deanna's shoulder. She's got them up on the shelf.
Actually, I'm not going to knock everything down, but
No.
the mesh, so the mesh comes in this little pack. It's a pretty big piece, actually. So it's 50 by about 1.5 meters, or 19.5 by 61 inches. So you do get a lot out of it, and you can use it for multiple projects. So that's the mesh. And then another exciting product we have is the applique mat. So this is also just recently available in the UK. So as I said, we're trying to get all of our core products over there eventually, and this is one of them. This is used for piecing applique. You can put it on your fusible interfacing if you're using that for your applique projects, and you can iron directly on this. So that's available everywhere now. So in all 3 warehouses, it is, I can't tell you the exact size, but it is bigger than A3. I don't think
we've got a box of it.
We don't have a box of it out. So that's that.
Cheryl asked, what's the difference between the applique mat and the ironing pinning mats?
Okay, so the difference is that I would not iron, like if you're ironing a piece of fabric to get all the creases out, or to iron
Delicate fabric.
like you can really use the ironing mat as an ironing board. It's smooth and it glides along, and you can pin into it. The difference with this one is because it's made for applique, it's kind of tacky, so like sticky, I mean. So if it would be a bit more difficult to iron directly onto it. And I wouldn't recommend leaving an iron on there.
It is good as a pressing mat though, Deanna. If you've got something delicate, you can put it under there and it disperses the heat more because it's heat resistant. So if you were
even cork or PU.
cork, if you had a cork seam that you wanted to open, and I've done it before with table runners, you can open the seam underneath there and put the heat directly on there, and you don't have to worry about that. So that is when it's really good. You're not gliding it, but you're just placing the iron down and pushing that heat down into that product. In fact, talking about when I was growing up again, Deanna, I can remember Mum putting a nice white linen hanky over things when she was pressing things that are delicate, just so that the full heat. So that disperses heat. So that's good.
So that's the applique mat.
Okay, so we've got here we've got washi tape. So we love our washi tape. Is the 6-pack there, Deanna?
Yeah, so they come in a 6-pack. There's a couple of different designs, but we use this very often as well, essential, as we say, for putting on zips in the hoop. If there is a project like Annette is showing you where you have to put a piece of fabric on the back of a hoop, we use our washi tape on the back. So
just across the corners or across, doesn't matter how much you use.
When I use it, you can use it over the corners, but I want to make sure that I've got it down. So I make sure that I put it so it's touching onto the plastic side of the hoop, smooth it down.
And see, it holds it. So it holds it long enough for the machine to put it stitched down. And then being paper, once it's stitched down in place,
you can just tear it out.
You can just tear it off. So that's holding fabric to the underside of the hoop. Now it's just paper tape, so it's not meant to hold things permanently, but it holds the thing down long enough that you can actually stitch. And then it's easy to come off. And you can actually reuse it. So when I've used it for something like this, I'll stick it to the side of onto the machine, and then I can just reuse it because it still has its stickiness. So I can reuse that again and put it down again. That's that for that one.
Going back to the applique mat, if you have an LED light board, you can also put that on top of it directly so you can trace your patterns. Someone just mentioned that in the comments, so that's a good point as well because it is opaque. So the washi tape.
Okay, so yes, and it's just different prints. So there's a white with our name, our logo, little flowers. So that a little pack of 6 will last you for a long time. We have our, I'll do this again. We have our Mylar, Deanna.
Oh yes, so this is actually a bit of a sneak peek. So I wonder if you can have a guess what that could be. We use Mylar in so many things. We've used it in this design. It's really easy to use. You can use it on pretty much anything that has a stippling on it, because if you use it in just a piece of applique that has a satin stitch or even just a triple stitch, it could tear it. So you really need to have the stippling throughout it to hold everything down. It's beautiful and shiny.
The sheets are about this big.
Yeah, so you get 2 big pieces like this in a pack. There's one that's a bit more blue, one that's a bit more pink.
But it really takes on the colour of the fabric or whatever that you're putting on top of it. So if you're putting it into an applique piece and you've got fabric underneath it, so if I had orange under here, it would just look orange. If I had blue under it, it would look blue, green, purple, whatever. So it just takes on the colour. So this fabric here is like a really pale pink. So it's really just taking on the colour of that pale pink fabric underneath. Comes in a pack of 2. We've used it as well in our beautiful unicorn backpack.
This is the smaller size of the sparkles, the unicorn.
So she has her little wings with some Mylar on the top of them, and they're stitched down. In this design, Deanna, we also used our beautiful zips, our rainbow zippers. So that's our cue. I probably will bring up our zippers, Deanna.
Zips. We've used our faux leather in that design. We've used some of our sweet shop fabric, which is up on my left.
How are we going? Okay. So these are our zippers. We sell them in multiple ways. We sell them in packs of 3, a 13.5 inch or a 9.5 inch. Packs of 6 in a 13.5 or a 9.5 inch.
Yes, we are. We have 6 packs of singular colors, or we have them in multicolors. So if you want to try one of each, we have 6 different colors, like actual colors. So you can buy them individually, or you can buy them as a mixed pack.
These are limited too now, aren't they, the colours?
Yeah, so the zips are while stocks last in this sale, but we do have them, so the 13.5 inch or the 9.5 inch, or we have the rolls of They are 3 yards or 2.75 meters long. So these are really good if you're making a lot of projects that use zips and you want to reduce wastage. So they come with 9 pulls. So we actually have a really handy video on our YouTube on how to put the zipper pulls on easily. We use a fork.
So the fork actually acts like a third hand. So you have the prongs facing up, and you wedge the pull down into the prongs, which means you've got your 2 hands free then to push the tape onto those prongs that are being the pull that's being held by the prongs. It's all different colours. Our most popular dinner, of course, is the rainbow, and we often sell out of that one. So it comes with a white tape with a rainbow teeth, or it comes with a black tape and the rainbow, or it comes with a metallic rainbow.
Yeah, there's one
tape.
that's actually all rainbow.
So that's all rainbow.
And that's the one that we've used in the Sparkle unicorn bag, the rainbow zip. So that's very colourful, that one.
They're such pretty zips, Deanna, because they have our logo on them. So that they just make your project look just a little bit special. So I hope you can see all of those close up. But anyway, just go to the website. You'll see all the colours listed there. That comes in all the different combinations, packs, rolls.
And I think now we'll talk about the thread. So the thread, we've got 5 12 packs of our thread, and we've got 10 6-packs of the thread. Our thread, if you haven't ever used it before, you can use it in sewing machines and embroidery machines. So I think we now have over 120 colours available, and these are all available individually. If they aren't available in the UK yet, don't stress, they're coming. So they will be available to you as well. So if you don't want a pack that we already have, you can make up your own pack, because we do have a deal that if you purchase 3 or more threads, you'll get a discount on them. So that's all the threads, and Alison and Annette made this very beautiful display.
We've taken it to shows overseas. It's very hard to pack.
I don't think you'll be able to see this very well, but this is our retro pack, which is this is our newest pack. So we've actually heard your feedback, because in our first packs we had the stickers covering the hole, and a lot of people commented that these didn't stay on because the hole got broken through. So in our new packs from now on, we're going to have this new sticker that's got a hole in it, so it's not going to come off, and it's got the
printing on it's a bit larger too, isn't it?
Yeah, the printing on it's larger, the name's larger. So this is actually my favorite pack, the retro pack. It's really beautiful. It's got this beautiful reverse picking. Yes, this one. This is my favorite color. This is the bubble gum, so it's a nice light pink. So, but they're all beautiful in this pack. We don't have any true metallic colors, but we say that
they have a beautiful sheen to them.
Yeah,
anyway,
they end up looking metallic half the time anyway. So.
And then we do have basic colors, 9 basic colors in our 5,000 meter spools. So that's a couple of them. So it's 5,500 yards or 5,000 meters. So it's a good time to stock up on your basic thread. So they're still in Credit Thread. They're a 40 weight polyester, 2-ply, and they can be used on your sewing machine and your embroidery machine. So you can stock up your sewing rooms with those. Do we have scissors, Deanna? In places?
Yes.
Limited scissors in places?
Unfortunately, we don't have them in the UK, but we do have our scissors available at our other locations. We do have, I know in Australia we have right-handed scissors, and we don't have any left-handed scissors left. And in the States, I think it could be a similar situation, but they're 9-inch tailor scissors. We use them all the time, so we have them. We have our hot iron rulers. We are getting more of these, so I think they may only be available in Australia, but I've ordered more, and they'll be coming to all locations. They're super handy for doing your seams. They have curved edges if you need them. They're all this is in metric sizing, metric measurements. So that's those ones.
Then just quickly, we'll just touch on, we've got our beautiful range of essential stabilizers. So we've got a bag stiffener, a light as a feather, which is a very kind of soft cutaway. We have an easy to tear stabilizer, and we have our what we use daily, a mid-weight stabilizer, which is a cutaway.
Yes, so
So
I know that in America the stocks of the stabilizer are very low at the moment. I think there may only be a bag stiffener left, but there's more Featherlight definitely on the way, and we'll be doing another restock very soon of the stabilizer. We still haven't been able to get wash away, but we hope to be able to offer wash away again next year because we love it and we use it all the time. So that's the stabilizers, and then
We've got Luscious Loft batting.
Oh yeah, we've got batting. So the batting is a massive piece. You can probably get a queen size if you're making big quilts. You can get probably a queen size cover out of it. It's 100% viscose. It's very, very soft.
Drapes really well.
Yeah,
beautiful,
drapes well,
beautiful in quilts.
washes well. And then
Any
oh, Patricia Cox is asking if the beginner's box is in the sale. The beginner's box is not in the sale because we have limited stocks of that as well. And in fact, we may even be sold out of that in most places.
So I think
And it's already discounted as well. There's already a great discount on that product because you're getting several different items. So, but yes, if we have it in stock, it's already discounted. And if we don't, I'm very sorry.
as I mentioned in the Facebook group this morning, stocks are limited on a lot of these lines. So if you've got your eye on something and you've been wanting something for a while, it's just sitting there in your wish list, I'd recommend that you purchase it if you want to now, because we can't guarantee that all of these styles and colours will be available until the end of November when the sale finishes. So I don't know if are there any other questions that we need to answer, Deanna? I think we've covered just about everything very briefly. Threads, we've got some stitch busters, we've got cutting boards, Deanna.
No, we do not have cutting boards. Sorry.
Okay, we don't have
They're
cutting
sold
boards.
out. So
Use the thread on serges.
like a overlocker. Is that a serger?
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
We've had people who've done that.
Yeah, Martin's tested the thread out on the overlocker, which is also a serger, I think.
a different name.
I don't know if it's like different countries have different names for things, or if that's just what it's called, and I've never heard of it. So that could
No,
also
they do,
be the
Deanna,
case.
because batting is called wadding.
Wadding.
Yeah. So we spell stabilizer different.
Yeah.
So I think that's about all.
That's it for the Black Friday live. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to everyone for all of support
us
throughout the years. And this year was a big year, so we hope to see you all again next year for some shows. I am having a question from Holly.
You're also going live next Tuesday as well.
Oh, that's right.
Apparently we are.
We're also going live next Tuesday, so we'll have a bit of a different live for you then. So if you enjoyed this one, please join us again.
Because there might be some more news next live, is it, Holly? Yes.
There may be.
Maybe.
And if you are watching this later and you've missed it, we have recorded it, so you'll be able to watch it if you have missed it. And you'll be able to watch the next one next week. It'll be at the same time, 9 a.m. Australian time on Tuesday.
Same place, same time.
Maybe not same people, but Alison might be back then, so I might get out of it.
We might be sacked by then.
Anyway, thank you. Thanks you for
everybody.
Tim for doing tech, and thank you for Holly for also asking questions and doing tech.
And everybody in the other office answering questions too. Thank you, everybody. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.